Hello, everybody. Good evening, wherever you're watching me from. I hope you can hear me well. My voice is quite funny at the moment. I still haven't came back. So I just want to welcome you all. I'm streaming today to the Mother's Mind YouTube channel, Biz Village business group in Facebook, and on my Facebook personal profile. Excuse me. Please let me know if you're watching me, if you can hear me, because it's really hard to make sure you can hear me with this croaky voice. There is a link in the description where StreamYard telling you if you click on that link and you leave a comment, then I will see the name whoever commented. Otherwise, if you don't click the link, I don't know who commented on my video. So if you're watching me on a replay, please comment #replay below. And if you're watching me on a live, then say hi and let me know what did you bring with you to drink. I have my tea for my throat, hopefully get it better. So cheers. So today we are going to talk about niching down, because this is a very important topic in a business. So if you have your own business already, it's really extremely important to know the niche, however you say it, which is your topic, what you're going to be working on. Basically, the smaller the niche is, the easier to market what you want to sell or provide, or what services you have. So many business owners have making these mistakes to get their niche too broad. So they end up trying to market to everyone. And by the way, trying to talk to everybody, it results in the way that they will actually appeal to nobody. So it's really important to know how do you find your small niche, something that is really marketable. So I have a few steps to go through, but I really like to know if you can hear me well. So if you can hear me, please give me a 1 or a yes below so I can know if I can continue, because there's no point to go on with the video if nobody can hear me. And 2 people watching me now, so hopefully you can let me know if you can hear me. And if you don't have a pen and paper with you, then go grab one quickly, because I think you will need it. Facebook user, hey, yes, we can hear you. Thank you. As always. Okay. Can you please click on the link in the description so I can tell who this Facebook user is? Otherwise, I can't see on him. So, the first thing I always tell people to start when they crafting their niche is finding your 3 parts of yourself. One is what are your passions? What are you really passionate about? One is what are your expertise? So, for example, what people are coming to you to ask your help with. And another thing is what of these things are quite profitable. So I have a diagram for this, which I learned from Think Media, and is really helpful, I think. Oh, it's me, huh? Didn't realize I had to click it again. I didn't know either. So I use this diagram. I don't know if it's big enough for you to see. First, I always go with my passion. So don't think about anything, any profit or anything at all at the moment. Just lay down and think about what you're really passionate about. What is it that you can't live without? What is it that you always turn to? What kind of magazines are you reading? What kind of subscriptions do you have? what is it that you like to teach to your kids because you want them to know as well? What is it that you're always talking about? Something that is really making you happy, which is calm you down, which you will always do in your life, even if you will need to pay for doing that activity or doing that stuff, you will still choose to do it because you love it so much. So once you find those things, you could write down those things in the passion circle. Then we can see the expertise circle. So as I mentioned before, what is it that people ask your help with? Are they going to you to ask to look after their kids? Or are they asking you for ideas what to do with their kids? Or are they asking you to help them schedule their days or help them with their diets? Or maybe they're asking you with relationship issues, like how to deal with their partners or with their teenager kids or something. Or maybe is something to help with their kids with the math or history. So what is it that people ask your help with? Or other things you can think of. What is it that you do or done in your job previously? So, for example, I was a waitress and I really loved dealing with the customers, and I really loved doing all these multitasking things. So that can be one of my expertise, that I can talk with the customers and bring them the values what they need and serve them the way they like to be served. Another thing could be is if you can find things that you can help other people with. So it's again something that you can just sit down and think through. What knowledge do you have? Do you have any degrees? Do you have any qualification? Do you have, did you do any courses that you really loved and you're still learning more and more because you love to do them? Do you have any expertise that you gained during your startup of your business? For example, if you build your own website, can you show others how to build it? Or if you created visuals with Canva, can you show how to do that? Are you expert in any of these? Once you find those one, you can write those down in the expertise field. Then there's a third part, which is about which things can be profitable. Now, this is not as difficult as it might look like. Some things might not as easy to get profit on, but if you find products or affiliate partners that you can use in your business, then it's a great way to monetize it. And there's almost an affiliate program for anything. So basically, if you have your own idea and you figured out your passion and expertise in that idea, the main focus is to find a way to monetize that idea. So, for example, when we fill these 3 circles, we will find our sweet spot, which belongs to all of these circles. And for example, I'm really passionate about painting, and people telling me that I'm good at it, but I know I'm not as good at it as I could, and I know that it's not as profitable for me as it could be, because to be profitable in art, you need to have time. You need to have enough time to create enough art to sell. So it's not gonna be my sweet point. Some of my friend, he has a spiritual YouTube channel, and I really love his channel, and he can probably easily find affiliate partners, just like he did. He has his affiliated with a spiritual shop who who people can buy from crystals and magical ingredients and stuff. So it's always good to see out of the box. So if you don't see how you can create a product out of what you can offer, you can look around what products are already existing and how can you link with those people to get into partnership with them and to provide their product where you can get money from their sales, and therefore you can still monetize your idea. Now, once you find these three things, as you can see on a diagram, mine is a bit small, I can't really see. Okay, so when you find something which is your passion and you're really good at, but is not bringing you money and you can't find a way to monetize it, then those things become a hobby. So this is just like my painting. I can't really go with my painting at the moment as a career because my life and my kids and everything is not giving me enough time to create enough art to sell them. So that's why this is only available for me as a hobby. If you have something what you're really good at and it's profitable, but you are not passionate about, then it's really quickly going to end up in a failure and burnout. Because when you're running a business, you need to constantly do the thing what you're doing. And by constantly doing something that you're really not passionate about, that's going to burn you out forever. And then you will end up either not getting enough money with your business because you're losing interest. Excuse me. You're losing interest, you stop pushing yourself, you stop working the way you should because you just really don't passionate about it. And then the third part, if you are really passionate about something and is really profitable, but you are not good at it. So, for example, I love dancing, and even though I was a dancer before, and I'm really passionate about it, and a dance teacher or dancing on a stage or anything could be profitable, but I'm not as good as it as I was before, and I know it can't be a career for me because I can't be dancing anymore with my slip disc. So that's because I'm not good at it now. It's going to end up in a failure because nobody going to hire me if I'm not good enough. So I hope this diagram makes sense. Do let me know if you have any questions as we go. And then once you figured out these the sweet spot for yourself, you're probably gonna have more than one of these topics. So the next step for you, after you find these topics, you need to sit down and think through regarding your life and prioritize which one would be the best for you. So which one you have enough time to do. Some of the activities might need more time than others. Like, for example, my painting, that would need more time than how much time it needs for me to coach. And for example, when I'm coaching, I can do that in the middle of the night, or I can do that when my kids are in school. But if I would be doing my painting, it would be really tiring to do it in the middle of the night because I wouldn't see the colors properly with the tired eyes. And the time I have when my kids are in a school is really short. By the time I set up my paint and get painting, I paint like half an hour and then I have to tidy up. So you need to think through what is it, your limits, what you can do and what you can't, which times you need to work with. Do you have time when the schools are open, or do you have time when the schools are closed? when the people will be seeing you. If you are a kids activity provider, for example, do you have free time to go and talk with those schools and provide classes in the schools? Or you rather have to do some activity in the weekends when your partner can take the kids and you do the activities in them? So you also need to think through if the business you want to start or want to do, is it need any financial budget to start with, or you can start for free, or you can start for a really low budget. Because some of the ideas are really good, but some of the ideas might be a bit expensive to start with. And if you want to start with something that you don't have the funds for, then it would be a really big stress for you to find a way to get that funds. So prioritize your sweet spots, the things that you find in that circles, in the diagram, that you're passionate about, you're expert at, and you can monetize it, and find the one which is fit to your life. Because we all know we started our business, we want to run a business, to have freedom in our business, to be able to live the life what we wanted to. And if we choose the wrong niche, if we do the wrong thing, it could easily ruin this whole idea, and it could actually enslave us in our business. So do let me know if it all makes sense, and if you can go ahead to the next point, because I don't want to keep you up for too long, and it's already late. Excuse me. So the next step is to figure out who's going to benefit from the business what you just found. So is it gonna be for parents? If you are a children's activity provider, for example, are you going to target the parents, or are you going to target the schools or nurseries? Or maybe are you going to target community centers? If you are having you try to figure out the niche that you want to be a personal trainer, do you want to train females or males? You can't just say that everyone who wants to lose weight, everyone who wants to gain muscle. You need to know if they are female, if they are male, if they're young, if they're old, if they have a low budget or if they have a higher budget. You need to know as much as possible about the people who will buying your product and services in order to be able to talk to them in your content. And if you try to talk to everybody, as I said before, you will end up speaking to nobody. They won't resonate with you. For example, for me, I recently changed my niche because I do know that it's really hard to find your niche. And I thought it would be a small enough niche to target small business owners. But basically, it's not. So many small business owners out there. And so I figured out that the people who really need help, who's really neglected all the time, are the single parents. They most of the time don't get support from anywhere. And it's a smaller niche, and lots of single parents have their own businesses, or they are struggling because they always in the job and they don't see their kids. So that's why I chose to work with single parents, because I feel they need the most support. And I know lots of time how it feels, because my life so many times feels like if I'm a single parent doing so many things. And so I want to support them. So that's why I chose to work with single parents. But if you are another coach, you can target so many coaches targeting female entrepreneurs. Somebody I knew, he targeting males because he find that everybody just talking to the females and nobody wants to deal with the males. So he started his own business, concentrating in only men business owners to help them. And then there are opportunities to coach, for example, network marketers, because they are again a type of business who really neglected, and even though they thought that their upline will help them get where they want to be, unfortunately, most of the time their upline don't know the real business strategies and marketing strategies, what they should be teaching, because they all started out the same way. They were like parents, they were like people who wanted to start their own business, and they started from scratch, and they just copying what the upline does. So it could be a really good idea to be a coach for niching down to this market. Then what else? So anyway, you need to know so many details, as much as you can, about the people who you will choose to work with. And another thing to keep in mind is are you going to be happy with work with those people? So maybe you find a niche and you need to deal with children, for example, and in reality you don't have enough patience to deal with children 24/7. And so it's not really a good idea to start a business which inquire you to do something to deal with people who you find it difficult. Or maybe you want to work with people who want to lose weight, but you really don't like the way how they think of themselves, or you don't find you don't find secure talking with them. Then you should choose another way, or someone else to talk to. Always make sure that the ideal client you're choosing for your niche is someone who you will be happy to work with, someone who you feel familiar with, someone who you feel passionate about it, someone who you love to deal with, someone you love to talk with. And that way it would be easier, your life, because you will have less struggle along the way. And you will probably know more about them if you already have lots of those people in your life. Even if you try to market your business to somebody who you never saw in your life, somebody who you never even had any single person in your life with this personality, then it would take more research for you to find how to communicate with them. So it's always a good idea to, when you're niching down, excuse me, find those people who you want to serve, who are already around you, who you're familiar with, and who you really like to work with. And so it's always good to know, so for example, you need to know the gender of them, you need to know the age range. It's good to know their income, because you know then if they can afford you or not. It's the most important, in my opinion, is to know how they talk and what phrases are they using. Because if you're talking the same way how they are talking, then they can straight away resonate with you. And it's not just because they're seeing the words what they are saying. It's because our brain have something inside, a nerve inside, which likes to mirror things. And when you're mirroring your ideal client, they will automatically resonate with you because they see themselves in you, and then they start to mirror you. And this is a simple way to get your client to link with you, to resonate with you, and to want to work with you. What else? How they speak? Oh yeah, and the other thing is where they hang out. So nowadays, online presence is very, very essential, I would say. And for when you're finding your niche, it's important to know that once you know the group of people you want to deal with, you want to work with, you need to figure out where are they hanging around. Are they on TikTok? Are they on Facebook or in YouTube? Or are they on Pinterest? Or are they on LinkedIn? If you know where they are, then you don't need to be all over the place. You can simply go to that platform where they are, and you build up your presence on that platform. That way you don't make yourself so thin trying to be on every single platform that you're actually not mastering any of them. I would advise to start with one platform or maximum two, and work your way up from there. Once you resonated with your clients and you have feedback and you tested your idea, and the people giving you feedback that it's good what you are doing, and you're getting clients and you're probably getting money of it, then you can extend to another platform. Because when you reach that, you will be able to afford to either use softwares like 𝐶𝐞𝐫, for example, to create content in one place and then spread it around in multiple social media platforms, or to have a streaming platform like what I'm using now, StreamYard. So you can do one live video and it will be streamed to multiple platforms. So once you are grown enough, you can extend to other social medias, but it's always good to start with one, master that one where your ideal clients are, and then you can step forward to the next one. It's also good to know if you will solely work online or you will want to work offline, and where will you find your clients offline. Are there any groups? Are there any regular sessions in a library, in a community center, in schools, anywhere in your town, somewhere where they hang around? Are those people in a park regularly, or where can you find them? Are there any business hubs where you can go to find them? Are they on the market, or where is the place where they're hanging around when they are offline? So if you know those, you will know where can you market offline. And even if you do online job only or online work, you can still find these offline places and put up some posters or talk with the owners. For example, if a coffee has lots of customers, talk with the owners and give them flyers to give out for the customers, so they will see your business. So it's always good to know online and offline where your clients are. And then the next step is the fifth step is the how. So the how is about how you're going to do your business. So are you going to, as I mentioned before, are you going to do offline? Are you going to rent an office, or are you going to rent a shop? Or you're going to rent a table in the market? Or you're going to go door by door to sell your products, for example? Or you're going to offer your products to other shop owners in the market? So building partnerships that way. or you're going to bring your products or services to schools, nurseries, and community centers. Or if you are thinking on offline, are you going to do a ready-for-you service? For example, if we're talking about building a website, are you going to be someone who's going to build a website for the customer? Or you're going to be someone who's teaching them how to do the stuff themselves? Or you can be someone who's affiliated with other people who will do the work for them, or affiliated with the people who will teach them how to do that. Also, you can think through if you will have only a social media presence. It's always good to have a website, but you can start up with only a social media. If you will have a website, then you will want to know if you want a landing page only, or if you want a community, if you want to have a forum or a blog, or if you want to run courses, if you want to create PDFs, or if you want to create masterclasses or challenges, or if you want to create a membership site. So for example, if you're really good at art and you're passionate about it, and you're really passionate about teaching as well, you can start a membership site where you teach people how to do the type of art that you're doing. Because so many people join these membership sites to learn new skills. And so the how is also contains what I already mentioned, to know how your customers, how your clients are going to talk. Because the how is containing the most important part of this all, which is the content. Creating content is different to every single platform, but there are main things that are going to be the same everywhere. And it's going to be that you need to speak the way how your ideal client speaking. You need to know their pain points. You need to know what's their biggest frustration, what's their biggest trouble in their life, what is the biggest roadblock in their way to get where they want to be and where they are now. And also you need to see what they want to achieve. What will it be for them if there will be no any problem in their life? How will their life look like without all those troubles that you identified already? So think it through, do some research. Either you can ask your ideal clients, like put up posts or surveys on your Facebook profile or anywhere, and ask your friends, family, anybody who's falling into your ideal client list, and ask them some easy questions like what keep them up at night, or what is the biggest struggle in their life now, or how do they imagine, if everything would be possible, how do they imagine their life in 5 years? When you gather this information, this will help you to create more appealing content for your clients. And every platform will need to have a hook in your content. So most of the time, like on Facebook, for example, the first sentence of your content should be there for only one reason: to stop people scrolling on social media and start reading the next sentence. And the next sentence have to be something that creates interest in them, which makes them want to read more. Also, when you're using your images and what's the word called? So anyway, so any graphics, images, or colors, pictures, anything, it has to serve the main reason what it's serving is to stop people scrolling. For example, in Facebook is a really good idea to have a picture with a yellow color on it, because the yellow color on the blue background will pop in the people's eye. So lots of people using this tactic in the when they creating their advertisement, that they put something yellow in a picture, so that way your eyes automatically pop on the picture because it's coming out of the blue. But every social media will work a little bit different, and your website will work a little bit different too. And also every single thing what you need to do with your content is have multiple ways to do them. So every time you post on social media, you have to start with thinking it through. You need to have a purpose of your post all the time. You need to know, what do you want this post to do? Why are you posting this content? What you want the reader to do after they consume your content. Most of the time, it's always great to have a call to action in your content, because and this call to action can be as simple as let me know what you're drinking today, or how did you spend your weekend, or when you're talking about I've been in this or that country, and let me know which countries you visited, or something like that. By telling them some instructions to do in the end of the post, they will be trained the way that they will know that they need to take some actions. And therefore, when you come up with your offers and you ask them to buy, it will be easier for them to do that decision, because their mind already trained that they need to take the action. However, content is really big topic. You need to have multiple kind of content on your social media, and it's all start with your niche. Once you go deep down on your niche and you figure out the perfect niche for your business, then you can create this content easier. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm running a challenge very soon on the 26th of April, which is going to cover all what you need to know about creating content in social media. I will teach you 6 different types of essential content for social media to make sure that your ideal clients will develop a know, like, and trust factor in you. Because as we know, people buy from people. So they want to know you. They want to know who you are, what do you do, why do you do what you do, how did you get there, and why should they trust you. So therefore, you need to have strategy inside your content. And it's a really big topic, so it can't be covered in a night. Therefore, I really urge everybody to sign up to my challenge. It's going to start on the 26th of January, 26th of April, and it will be run for 6 days. Every single day, I will have a task 6 a.m. UK time, where you will have a worksheet. It's very simple worksheet, no extra blah blah in it or anything, just the information you need to know about the task and the questions, the tasks, what you need to do. And there will be a video as well explaining what you need to do. And 2 p.m. UK time, you will have a chance to ask any questions what you may have regarding to the task or regarding to creating content in social media. And then on 9 p.m., or after 9 p.m., when my kids go to sleep, I'm going to go live just like now, as you see, and I'm going to answer every single question which being asked on the 2 p.m.'s thread. And of course, if anybody has any question during the live video, I will answer those too. And then next day the same will happen. So it will go on for 6 days, and we will cover the 6 content types in the 6 days. We will cover a little bit of branding. because all this running a business is all getting down to build your own personal brand. When you build your own personal brand, that will make you kind of freedom. That will make you be able to work with anything. If anything goes wrong, you can start over because your personal brand will be still up. So that's why it's important to build your personal brand. And I will also teach a little bit about how to repurpose your content, because it's always daunting for so many of us to come up with new ideas, to have fresh content all the time. And as we all know, most of the people say you need to be posting on social media like 2, 3, or even more times a day. And so coming up with so many content, it could be really draining. But when you know how to use the content that you already have and brush off some of your old content and create new out of them, that will give you lots of time back from your life. And so I'm really waiting to see how your whole business is going to transform after these 6 days. And I can guarantee you will never see your content the same way again. So I let you go now. I hope this session was useful for you. And if you are watching me on YouTube, this is the first live video I'm doing. And if you like this, please consider subscribing. I need to do some redesigning and rebranding in my YouTube channel, but I will be going live more often like this now that I have my software and I can broadcast multiple places. And if you are in Biz Village, don't forget the opportunity is still open for you. You can go live in the group if you wanted to, ask anything if you wanted to in a group, post content, feel free, feel home in the group, because Biz Village being created for you to feel home in it. And if you're on my personal profile, then feel free to follow me and consume as much content as you want, and connect with me, friend me if you want. I always like to have new people to talk to. And so I'm really glad that you watched this video tonight. Let me know if you got anything out of it. What was your biggest aha moment? That's the question of the day. What was your biggest aha moment today? And what topic would you like me to cover next time? And I will be seeing you sometime in the future when my voice recovers, hopefully. Bye-bye.